and that is in between Chaos and Phantasmagoria. Now this will be a best of one, and it is on strike. We have had the knife out of the way, so just to introduce the lovely people beside me, up, down. I don't know where he is on the screen.
You are over there. Over there.
There is not descriptive, but I'm sure you know who it is. It is Machine. How are we doing tonight?
I'm good, thank you very much. We just thought we'd treat you, to some cam action while we stream a beautiful CyberGamer best of one, and keep you entertained throughout.
Now, you already kind of gave your opinion on this matter. You said this isn't going to be a close one, but looking at the chat on Tech9, everyone's saying, they're a bit dodgy, let's just say for now, the standard German call. But apparently even your team has beaten Chaos. Is that saying something?
That all came close, definitely. I don't think this is going to be too strong for the Chaos team. No, then again, I mean, I've been proved wrong in the past. We could see where this goes. I think I mean, if Phantasmagoria are on form, this should be a walk in the park.
Indeed, and a little bit of insight that I have, surprisingly into the Phantasmagoria side. They have been reworking all their strats on strike, really locking down the nades. I think they spent, a good half an hour to an hour prior to even the first warm-up match they got before this, just discussing what to do on this very map, because before they've been very static. And I think they've added some real flexibility into their play, and I'm hoping we'll get to see some of that now. We are just waiting on Zabza to press the delightful F key, and we'll be underway. But just to give you a little bit of a roster rundown, for Phantasmagoria we do have Vey, Enrio, Matava, which is Jermaine, Zabza, and Lincoln. Now for Chaos we have Standard, B, Cyborn. Is that Pawnees? Is that how you say that?
Pawnees.
Pawnees.
I'm just going to call him
the very last is Spoon. Go for it. But why don't you take us into the first round as you are?
Alright then, let's go with Zabza. See, I love Zabza, the beautiful Frenchman. See where he takes this. Just drop that bomb. Not interested in that. Looking for that early pick from spawn house. In fact, he's not even going to bother picking towards double. He's just hoping for that pick and bomb spawn house, which is quite interesting. Maybe he's just assuming something of the Chaos scope. I'm not entirely sure who is scoping. Assume it is B. That's nice. Frag from Jermaine opens up the frags. There's two more come in for the Phantasmagoria side. Chaos taking an early loss as we are down to 4v3. It is Buffy with that scope for Chaos. He's just hunting around that B side. Zabza just shows his little cap and drops him in seconds. Nice play from Jermaine as well. 3 frags already. Where is Jermaine? He is just watching that cross. Let's go with the final player. Standard. Standard goes down as well, and that's 4 frags for Jermaine. And absolutely astonishing first round from him.
Yeah, great start for the fan side. That new kind of B strat they've clearly been working, really coming up strong. Picking up here with Zabza, the scope for the Phantasmagoria side. Seems they've gone for more of an A-orientated push, but B kicking us off in the right direction for Chaos, dropping down Jermaine, who was so pivotal in the last round. I wonder if that's going to really hinder Phantasmagoria this side. Vey with a quick double frag, but does take down his own teammate, which was Lincoln in that. So now advantage with Chaos, but let's see for how long. B furthering the lead here by taking down Enrio with a nade, now leaving only 2 people standing for Phantasmagoria. It is still Vey and Zabza working this CAF area. Zabza with a lovely shot onto B, the opposing scope, but Spoon is in front A, and there is a player just dropping a nade towards back CAF. I wonder if that's going to connect with anyone. Does manage to avoid it. I think it's going to be a return grenade from Zabza, so really coming back and forth with these nades. Tit for tat, some might say, and it does seem to land for Zabza. There's shutting down Cyber, and now 2-on-2. Let's see if this little bit of team play can really come out. Pawnees is going to be pinned down rather shortly, I can imagine, by Zabza if he doesn't play his cards right. Zab really scoping up this street here, just avoiding the smoke. Tags coming out. Vey does get tagged up from mid-street. He's got to be careful because there's a player right next to him, and Spoon darts out with that SMG. Shuts him down. Now Zabza quickly replies on to Pawnees, but a 1v1 has come out of nowhere. Bomb not within Zabza's hands. Let's see if he can shut down the last standing player for Chaos. It is Spoon. Does get tagged up with the Deagle. 28 seconds on the board, thinks he's going to dart for the bomb, just to give himself that little
he's got a plan.
Spoon's there!
The range on that SMG, no!
Indeed, it was like PAM 4 all over again, folks,
oh,
but
dearie me.
It's back and forth, it's 1-1 so far.
Alright then, well I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. See if we can, Chaos can prove me wrong. Let's go with the man that just ended that round. Let's go with Spoon and see what he does. Looks like he's going to be making his way towards mid-street as the scope exchange does commence. Zabza this time though, taking down Buffy. So that's the scope out of the equation for Chaos. Spoon though playing B bins, tags, not frags though, on that mid SMG. There's an AK there as well. Lands a tag onto him as well as Vey and then Rio dart into A. Already 4v2, massive disadvantage for Chaos as Fan are already all over that A site. Who is it to defend? Let's go with him. It's that AK. It's, well, it was CYB. Vey just jumps out and gets a lovely team kill alongside that frag, and he does bring it to 2-1. Nice.
indeed. Zabs are shutting down that round there and really closing it out for Phantasmagoria's side. And we can see no one's really got a good aggressive spawn for Fan, so I wonder if they're going to go for that B push again that really did secure their first round. It does seem as though they are. So let's pick up one of the SMGs. Let's go for Lincoln, darting out Link here, managing to avoid the nade so far, really making his mark on towards B. Pawnee's dropping the nade onto Vay's face, but now Lincoln, let's see if he can reply. He can do just that with the SMG, dropping a nade in towards that market area just to make sure no one's standing too close. There is a player there. I can see it, and maybe you can on the overlay, but let's see if they can really work this out. Lincoln now leaning around the corner, just cautious, but there's a player in those bins. If he doesn't check his corners, he's going to be punished for this. Enrio darting forward, dives around the corner, does shut down Spoon beautifully. Smoke perfectly in place. 4 on 3. Make it a 3 on 3 as Buffy dives in there with that deagle. Buffy with another onto Zab, so Buffy is on an absolute roll so far. 2 left standing for Phantasmagoria now. Lincoln, and let's find out who else. It is Jermaine by A.
Right
just
below him.
Yeah, indeed. So now, let's stick with this B side here, because Lincoln has got himself amongst the walls in between 2 players. But he does shut down the one at A, curiously, but Buffy through the wall. Those cheating allegations are only going to get stronger for him now, as 1 player stands. And here's Jermaine with 2 standing for Chaos, which is Standard and Buffy. Jermaine makes his way down B alley, Deagled hand peeking in. There is a player just in front of him, does get the tag, but not the frag, gets his AK out, he's missed the shot. Surely he's called it to his teammate. Buffy, what a round. Bringing it back to 2-2 rounds so far, but Machine, I'm going to have to dive off for a sec, so please do carry on while I run to answer the door.
Alrighty then, let's see what we've got here. Going to go with Buffy then just after that sensational round. He certainly seems happy with that. Going to take it away up onto those stairs. Hoping to see Zabza jump right into his crosshair. Not going to oblige though, as he gets his nade out towards mid-street. A bit of a slower round. Finally, Vay does open up the frags onto Pawn. Sitting on Stevie, waiting for that frag. Vay's already got 2 frags. Buffy, I don't know what he just shot at. A pixel of Jermaine, as Vay gets a 3rd as well. Vay just decimating anyone in his path as he just sits now on Link Bins. Let's go with him just to see if he can wrap up this astounding ace so far. Enrio does snatch it away from him though onto Standard. Where is CYB when we need him? He is on the front ace side. He does get tagged by an 8. Surely going to go down. Vay with 4, and there you go. Fan just taking it in turns to destroy and decimate. And Pansy is going to be back in 10, so I'll take this round again round away once again. There we go. Vay's taking the bomb this time. Fan looks to be doing their all-important B push. So we're going to see where this goes. Lincoln with the first nade already. I'm just going to take a little overview, see what we've got. So we've got 2 players, Jermaine and Zabza, initially looking for those A picks. Vay pushing in. Pawnzia is defending, but Rio has made his way to B shops. That's 3 on the B side. Lincoln on Garage. And an interesting play. Lincoln has already opened up 2 frags on A, so surely this A rotate is going to happen. Vay looks like he's making his way back towards A. And Rio still around the B shops area. So much and so he's dead. So that was a complete lie. As we now on 4v2. Deagle coming out from Buffy. CYB as well. Suddenly this back to a 2v2. It looks so good for Fan. A little bit of a overzealous action there from Lincoln. And now CYB makes his way to single palm. 2 players around Calf, so he should interact with them. Just tag. He doesn't even tag, actually spotted Zabza in Calf. Knows he's revealed his position as well as he does consider pushing him. Gonna push him. CYB, nice play from him. And suddenly, it's all on Vay. Vay did so well last round. Let's see if he can proceed again. Gonna be heavily flashed as Buffy commences the push and lands the deagle to end it. 3-3, and Chaos performing absolutely astonishingly at the moment. Alright then. I see we've been moved. I'm in the bottom now. And people are asking for Pansy's box to be bigger. I'll tell you what, I'm upset. I'm genuinely hurt. I think I can pass as a gorgeous girl gamer if I wanted to. Nonetheless, let's move in. Vay's going aggressive on A alongside Enrio. Another player coming towards Calf, and Chaos are not ready for this. Jermaine has already got 1 frag, Enrio with a 2nd. And straight away, these opening frags on A are pouring in. Jermaine, great play from mid-shops. Vay as well alongside Enrio, and that was a walkover. Fans storming into A. No question about it. And hello, pretty lady.
I'm so sorry to leave you, but I'm going to pick up with Vay here. And it does seem as though the attacking side are taking the lead in round so far, but you're going to have to fill me in as of when we've got that B split coming out, so I'm going to pick it up with Enrio's leading the charge towards the back of Flower. Does manage to avoid the nades and any spam coming towards him. His way through top flag. You can see the players splitting a little bit more this side. They seem to be focusing towards A as well as B. They're not just putting all their eggs in one basket now. Enrio making his way around slowly but surely. Vay kicking us off in the right direction, shutting down Buffy with that AK. And now the B push has to come out. They've got to be careful. There's 2 players inside B. We can see it, they can't. So I can imagine they're going to be as cautious as they can be. And here we go. There's that little lean from Enrio, perfectly taking down Pawneys. Now the B push comes in, but Spoon's there, picks up 1. Can he get the second? Onto, I can imagine it's Lincoln. Lincoln going aggressive. He's not taking no for an answer. Shuts down Spoon. And now Lincoln completing that B charge, leaving only 2 people standing for Chaos. And the push has surely got to slow down or get that bomb down soon, as the round is going to be coming to a close. Standard still alive at A-Bins. Spinning around with his teammate, who is in that top spawn area, I can imagine, trying his very best. Lincoln on the prowl though, SMG to hand, bomb going down at B. He's got to be careful because that player will fly, and Vay's there to watch it. He knew that was happening. Now Standard in a hideous position, 1v4, and there we go, Zabza's there, and he's shut down.
Alright then, so let's go with another Chaos player. Who have we got? Let's go with an SMG. Let's go with Standard. Is he SMG? I think he is. Let's go with him. See where he takes us. Looks like he's making his way towards mid-street. Up over the wall. Interesting route as he does make his way heavily to garage. No nades to stop him at the moment from Phantasmagoria, but Zabza has opened up already. Let's start getting wallbanged from mid-shops. There's 2 players. This is another one of Phantasmagoria's B plays. As Standard is being heavily suppressed. One's pushing him in front A as well. Going to go down to Lincoln. And that shouldn't have happened. There should have been some cover from his teammates. As at the moment, Enrio does progress through B shops, gets the fragment to Spoon, and this is an amazing B play. Exactly what you were talking about, Pansy. You were saying they've been working on this aggression, they've been working on this kind of, I'm going to say a split, but let's be honest, it is a real fast push through to B. I mean, I've seen 3 or 4 players there very soon in the round. Nonetheless, though, they are getting that pressure on picks on A somehow, probably courtesy of Zabza, as Pawns his last man standing, heavily tagged, and Rio's on the hunt alongside his compadres. Last is in the house, looking to peek that planter, but he's being babysit beautifully by Lincoln and I believe Enrio, as he is heavily tagged, not taken down as of yet though. Does get the first onto Lincoln, not gonna go down without a fight, and he does eventually go down to Enrio, and that's 6-3. Lovely job.
Yeah, and it seems like the attacking side is starting to run away with this. And looking at the scoreboard, we can see Enrio on 9-6. So that B push with those SMGs even, is really working for them. They're going for it again. I'm going to have to watch one of the scopes, see if Buffy's realising what they're doing. And I'm going to pick up with Buffy here. As you can see, the players still going towards A. They're not really adapting from Chaos. Spoon, though, does drop down Zabza, the scope for the Phantasmagoria side with a nade. Buffy looking towards B at last, shutting down Enrio, the danger man for Phantasmagoria. Now giving themselves an advantage of 2 players. Let's see if they can keep hold of this long enough to really secure a round. They're desperately needing. Buffy spotting one on the street. It must have been Lincoln, surely, but the tags are flying in thick and fast. He's got to be careful, because there are players everywhere, eyes trained on that very position. Let's see who it is. Lincoln started away towards Garage to give himself some sort of alleviated pressure, and then Jermaine does take down Buffy, who was that AK spamming from towards that mid-shop area in his little corner as per usual. Leaving it in a 3-on-3 because Jermaine is just taking down Chaos one person at a time with every means possible. Lincoln now goes walkabouts. He knows that there's a couple still in A. He seems careful of B though. He's not overly pushing. He's being very cautious, peeking every corner possible because there may be a player just holding a really interesting angle, let's say. Let's find out what's going on. Vay now going for the cross on the street with the bomb. They seem to be choosing A. Lincoln does get tagged up. I'm not sure where from. It must have been an A somewhere towards the taps, I can imagine, from CYB, who's now just darted back just to make sure he's covering off. And Spoon does take down Jermaine, and now Spoon does take down Lincoln as well. Spoon on an absolute mission. And now one man stands for Phantasmagoria. It is Vay, but not for long because Pawneys comes out of CAF in the very best of times just to keep chaos in the game. 6-4 is your scoreline, folks.
Yes, indeed, and it's looking ever more like a... Oh, I say that. Oh, my COD has crashed. No, it hasn't. I'm back in again. Alright then, 6-4. Nice play from Chaos. However, I can't help but feeling Fan is still in the driving seat of this game. Late nade from Zabza going into way. Let's go with him with that scope. Watching towards B-Link. Nice nades from Chaos. They take 2 early frags. SMG and AK down now for Fan. Now, while we do watch this this slaughter commences, Jermaine gets to +10 onto the double S combo of Chaos. Lincoln diving into waves onto Pawn. Suddenly we're into 2v2, and I was going to ask you, what do you think of the addition of Vay to Phantasmagoria?
Vay?
I mean, I know he's not particularly recent, but it is still a new pickup for them.
I'd say Jermaine was more the questionable pickup from...
oh, really?
Who was he with before? Was it TCM? Yeah, he
TCM,
came across to Phantasmagoria, and I think he's a fantastic replacement. I believe it was for... Oh, God, the German player, Elking. There we go. He did step in for Elking, and he seems to be doing perfectly well for them to be, you know, getting this sort of lead on attack, and he just fills that role really well. He seems to just slot into place, does the smokes, does the nades, drilled in player, you know, right attitude at the right time. But Vey, you know, I think everyone knew him as quite a one-dimensional player back in the day. Everyone thought he was just that aggressive SMG. You know, he didn't have much versatility to him. But look at him now. The guy has, you know, he can pick up AK whenever he wants to. Exactly, and he's still brilliant with it. He goes aggressive when he wants to, but he's also very chilled. Jermaine doing exactly what he does, dropping nades everywhere. It's just shocking. Lincoln with the frag onto standard, just helping out in Rio, who was just under a little bit of pressure there at B. But you can see this B split really drilled in for the team play element almost. Buffy under pressure does get tagged up by Jermaine. Jermaine with another frag. Jermaine is not letting Lincoln stay top of that scoreboard for too long, as he is now equaled it up with 12-6 is his achievable scoreboard. Let's find out if Enrio can get this frag. He's on the prowl, but the guy is left at B. There's one man standing. It is Spoon. Now Spoon darts out, takes down Lincoln, spins around towards Spawnhouse, just casually fires some bullets. Does get the tag onto Enrio, but not the frag, as Jermaine's there and takes him down. So your scoreline is 8-4, and I think Phantasmagoria really had those strats drilled in there. You could see it towards B, how well they were doing.
Indeed. Well, I mean, people are asking us for a wave, so I think should we... You
wanna wave?
Indeed, and also, just going to pick this up. Someone just said thanks, Menace and Panzy. Just like to say this is
Menace,
actually
you've got there looking.
Oh, I'm a little bit angry.
Ouch.
This is me, Pansy, and Lee who have provided the stream. Me being Machine.
Me, yeah, I was about to say.
There we go.
Do you want to clear that one?
So I'm Machine, and I'm going to give you a little wave now. Beautiful. And we're going to jump into this 8-4 half. I mean, it's looking pretty strong for Fan. Har 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 har! Ponzi does take that bomb, looking to get the, I'm going to say split, as we do see two players, make it one player going towards B, maybe not looking for that aggression on A, especially as the opening frag onto A has come courtesy of Buffy. Spoon making his way in, let's go with Spoon now, as CYB gets a nice frag onto Jermaine. Suddenly 5v3 in favour of the Germans, nice hit fire and eventual frag onto Enrio. Vey coming in to punish him though, as suddenly Zabza comes into life, finally taking down CYB, and we do see 1v3 Zamza pinned at the double palms. They do have to cross though, but that smoke is going to make his job ever difficult. Burning it by those bombs. There's a player on statue. It's Buffy, just at the dregs of the smoke, gets the frag, and we do see 8-5 and a strong first round from Chaos.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to pick up with Buffy, who does seem to be doing really well with the scope, even against someone like Zabza, who's normally very pivotal on this map. Let's see if Buffy can do any damage now. It does go for the reload shot on the cross, doesn't manage to land anything, but Zabza will onto Spoon. Pawneys with the frag for himself onto Vey, tit for tat, back and forth so far. One player dropping for each side, but a bit of an A push coming out from the distinctly German boys as the bomb is towards Underlit. There is a player right amongst it in A. It is Standard, who's wormed his way in, but not for long, because Jermaine's AK is trained on front A and just drops him casually with a little bit of a tap of that AK, leaving 3-on-3. Lincoln Zabza, and let's find out who that last player is. Let's not, because Pawneys is on the ball, folks. He's taking down the scope with an AK. What a gutsy peek. Pawneys picking up that bomb. Now, surely going to make their way towards a bomb site. Does peek around front A, very, very carefully playing this one out. He doesn't want to give anything away. He does leave the bomb there just to not endanger his team from being unable to plant. Because if he leaves it in an awkward situation, surely Phantasmagoria could lock it down. There is only two players standing. Lincoln at double palms, Jermaine at A, and they're already setting up a touch of a crossfire. They're hoping it's going to be an A push, because that's the only one that can really defend from these positions. Otherwise, Jermaine is going to be left absolutely stranded. Takes the first onto Pawneys. Can he follow up with the second? There we go. Yes, he can. Buffy down and out, and one man stands now for Chaos. What an absolute flip of the table. Now CYB has to bring this back from the absolute claws of destruction, as he does get tagged up from Lincoln. Nice. Finally chiming in for one for himself and just extending the lead here for Phantasmagoria. But really nice setup there from Fan. It was just surprising that they seemed so comfortable, even in just like a 2-on-3.
Well, exactly. Well, that's what I felt. I felt that they almost, their positions, despite it, were all they were all well thought out. The fact that they had Jermaine on bomb, which basically gave them that front A cover, or enough cover to mean that Lincoln could watch CAF, and it was very well thought out. It wasn't just kind of, oh dear, they're coming, I better prone here. It was very kind of, oh dear, they're coming, I better get to this spot, X, Y, and Z, and that's very good play from Fan. As we already, I mean, we haven't even had a chance. Buffy hits the B4-3,
it's just there.
And Fan just decimated into that 10-5. Very nice to see.
Yeah, indeed. Who'd have thought it? Let's pick it up with Standard, the SMG4 Chaos. He's got quite a nice spawn for A. Let's see if they're going to fancy rushing it again. It didn't go too well because they let Jermaine into the A bomb site with an AK just to sit there and really keep them at arm's length. So now Standard does push through, but Lincoln dropping a +10 nade onto Pawneys and Spoon in row 1 for himself. Vey with the almost final kill, leaving CYB once again in a hideous position with 5 men standing, all hungry for that final frag, and he's not giving it to Vey. Let's see who's going to claim this one, if anyone does. Now, goes back to Underlook, peeking around very carefully. He doesn't want to give an inch away because there's 4 players alive to the lonesome one from Chaos. Dance round. There is a player by front A. You can hear the shots ringing out from Zabza, but here we go. He goes for the leap, and Jermaine shuts him down with the AK, leaving the scoreline currently at 5-11. And it seems as though, even though the scoreline wasn't too, I don't know, it wasn't too one-sided on, the previous side, but as soon as they got, on the defensive, it seems as though Phantasmagoria really just kicked it up a gear almost.
Indeed, I really can't disagree with that. I think Fan were always going to win this, though. I mean, but Chaos, I'll be honest, I was shocked by the good half result. 8-4,
yes,
not the best,
sure.
but it was definitely a good fight. And at the moment, Fan are just traiping all over them. Very little resistance from Chaos as Buffy. I'm going to take it away with him as he, never mind, gets slaughtered by Jermaine.
You take this round.
I will.
Because
Merci
you haven't
beaucoup.
had one in about 3.
I've just had slaughters. I've had, literally 5 Germans lining up to be killed. Still, let's see how this round goes. What have we got? Let's go with Spoon. Spoon and Buffy both making their way towards B. He takes his time on the cross. Doesn't want to be spotted by the Zabza. As he's actually got an AK. He's looking for that picks on the B side. Let's see how he does. Spots one. I think that's the scope, and that would be a risk to continue shooting. Buffy, though, does have the scope and maybe is going to take his place. Now watching that cross from B. Nice nade from Standard, quickly followed by the frag from Lincoln, punishing him for his grenade skills, as Zabza gets a nice frag onto Pawns here. Zabza's so good at these kind of late to mid-rounds frags, which he just kind of doesn't want to reveal himself too early, but he's there and ready and waiting for that cross, and he has so many angles. I mean, at the moment he's having a little bit of a wiggle on the top spawn house, but nonetheless he knows what he's watching, knows when to watch it, and that is the key part. So let's see what we've got here. 4v3, nice and slow round for Chaos. Have that opportunity to maybe get the picks before they push. However, it doesn't look like Fan are really. If you look at their positioning, we have Jermaine on B alongside Zabza in spawn house. Finally, look at that. Zabza just watching mid street, knows the chances of CYB coming, and great play from him as a third just rings out. Zabza, absolutely astounding play to bring that 13 home, and that was a quick, clean, and clinical 13-5.
Yeah, it was indeed, and that is it for tonight, folks. We were just giving you a little bit of a taster of things to come for CG.